Final season update reveal. A ton of plot details, but a new threat looms on the horizon. Mysterious Wanderer. Who is he and what will he be at the final event of the season? And why hope is the main key to the entire 5th chapter. Our battle with the gods is about to come to its logical conclusion. Zeus was left completely alone. And on the side of the loopers, there is a whole army of immortal heroes. The score adds clearly not in favor of those who like to throw lightning only the last step remains. To finally free the island, you need to destroy an ancient artifact. Who gives the gods their power? Hourglass. They can already be found in the central hall of Olympus. Although in fact this is such a place for that. To hide something. Your life literally depends on it. If initially we thought what exactly will revolve around this clock, final event of the season, then with the latest update plans have changed. Despite that we will be able to win, Zeus decides to finally to make life as bad as possible for all the loopers. As if there weren't enough crook developers. Some locker, then the store breaks skins or don't. As the saying goes, in theory, after his defeat, Zeus uses his strength for that, to destroy as many lives as possible on the island. And get ahead of yourself. Very soon Suga will begin to approach our island, powerful thunderstorm, or something similar to it. That's why the first part of the final event of the season precisely with lightning strikes, and not just any blows, and to specific places. Here we are most interested in Pandora's box. You didn't think either that he will still play a role in the plot. But it looks like this Chekhov's gun will still fire. I would even say that won't shoot, and how it stings. And it is Pandora's box that will dramatic changes on the island early next year. Season I hint at this with several facts at once. Firstly, the latest update brought a small change. Empty Kinder's surprise with the gods. Now it's tilted to the side, and it looks like it is gradually going underwater. Second, on a new plot, Jones can be seen on the loading screen, and Hope, who, for some purpose, approached Pandora's box. In the third, this is where the very last 3 points where will those lightning strikes. And finally, in the fourth, hints at this prudently. Telescope left at this place, which, as I already said, prompts where will the plot movement take place. In general, everything points what exactly is here at the final event. Something will happen, and that's something. Obviously, there will be no fireworks in our honor. At the very beginning of the season, the Oracle spoke about dark clouds of dust and choking which air we will face in the future. But as we know from You Won't Escape Fate, most likely Zeus already had a plan if he loses to the Islanders. And it looks like it has something to do with Pandora's box. Quite possible that this chest is not so simple as it seems to us at first glance. What if those lightning bolts destroy it? And this will entail even more troubles. What was it like with the invasion of the gods? And me personally, I'm betting on this particular scenario. So what will it all turn out for the island? We will find out in the coming days. Perhaps when lightning destroys Pandora's box, he will release some dark energy, or something like that, and thereby turn most of the map into sand. Lifeless wasteland, because the theme of the wasteland is next already season. Confirmed 100%. But Zeus is not the only headache for loopers, because a new threat has appeared on the horizon. Mysterious Wanderer, who will start another war. And as we remember from the leaked roadmap, next season will be directly related to the apocalypse. And it seems to me the new villain will be the personification of chaos. Maybe he won't even have a specific goal. And if before that there was no control on the island, society first, then the gods, then now we have to face the real anarchy. True, the Wanderer may turn out to be a mere roll-up with his gang of raiders to arrange a fierce coven here. This is hinted at by the meaning of the word wander. This is usually constantly wandering around the world, usually in search of easy money or thrills. Yes, and an association immediately with Mad Max, where a bunch of mercenaries were mindlessly driving around the wasteland. Although I certainly don't rule it out. The Wanderer may turn out to be another deity, which will take control of the island. But what can definitely be excluded? So is it the appearance of Jen, or nothing in the role of a Wanderer? These guys even appear in the story. Then obviously not now. Most likely they were saved for a more opportune moment. But about the end of the chapter, the return of one of the seven, under the nickname of a Wanderer, is also unlike the entire composition of the legendary latest reality resorts. The same elephant also disappeared, and despite that, Jones was looking for her exact information about where is our good friend not yet. So there's a 99% chance this is a completely new character, which is being played as filler, so that the loopers can deal with another threat again. Although my theory about House is also confirmed that the main villain of Season 4 will be Dr. Doom. How do we remember? This comrade has been sharpening his teeth on the island since Chapter 3. Then, we managed to cope with the House, and he escaped to his dimension, taking with him several artifacts, though before that he threw something about creating an ideal society. And I was thinking, what if there's a 4th season? We'll tell about the plot of the canceled comic book in Fortnite. If you look at the play on words, the name of the order this expression can be translated not order was restored, but also how order was restored. If we have to face real House next season, then there must be one. Put things in order after this. In general, I advise you to remember this detail. In all these plot matters, there is 100% live with us until the end of the chapter. Hope. If she had no influence at all to current events, then after the 1st season, we would have said goodbye to what happened to society or Valyria. However, this and that, and there we meet. A ton of references to the huge role of Hop in the subsequent plot. Her name itself literally translates as hope. Here, it is worth remembering the last words that of the Oracle will guide us through the darkness. More likely, it was a hidden reference to our blue-haired heroine. And if we turn again to the legend of Pandora's box, then at its very bottom lay hope, which should help people cope with all troubles. Especially since it's the 2nd trailer in a row. Stronger in taking all the bread from Jonesy. Our old man can also be understood. After so many adventures, it's high time for him to retire. Although maybe not necessary. And Hop in that case seems to represent hope for something new. In general, references her name can be found in a huge variety, and they obviously wouldn't be left just like that. Hope weren't going to be promoted further. Quite possible. What exactly is from her actions will depend on the outcome of the entire chapter. The truth is how this will happen is still unknown. Clear only one Hop. Actually the new main character of the storyline, on par with Jonesy, until the end of this chapter, or now it's completely unknown. But I hope that they won't completely replace our old man with her. Otherwise, Fortnite will lose everything sacred. And in the meantime, events will begin on the island in the coming final event.